Valve and Steam have changed the way that we're going to look at console gaming forever because they just announced the Steam Machine, which is basically the first console and PC hybrid. And to top this off, they also announced an official Steam controller and VR headset. They already had great success with their handheld device, the Steam Deck, so Valve has now completely entered the market for gaming hardware, and if these products perform well, they could completely dominate the next generation of consoles. For years, my friend and I would discuss how PlayStation and Xbox should innovate their next gen consoles, specifically the PS6 and, well, I don't even really know what to call the next Xbox, the fucking Xbox 720 Series Z Pro Max. But these conversations always led to making a console and PC hybrid that was affordable, and I think that Valve might be the first ones to do it. Now, just to be clear, I'm going to go over everything that I can, but not all of the information is available for these products. Which the info that you're probably most interested in is the price of the Steam Machine. Well, we don't know. I've seen some videos from Gamers Nexus and Linus Tech Tips talking about it, and from what I've gathered, Valve doesn't want to set a firm price right now because of the tariffs that's been impacting the industry as a whole. Now, I'm not an expert, so just take this with a little grain of salt, but I would guess that this product is going to be anywhere from $700 to $1,200. And the reason I say this is because the current Xbox and PS5 consoles range from $500 to $700, and I believe that the Steam Machine will be priced a little bit higher because you can play the entire Steam catalog, which includes games from Xbox and PlayStation, and basically merges all three of the platforms together. But the Steam Machine also acts as a PC, and you can download any other app that you want, and you can even download a different operating system if you really wanted to. But again, the price has not been made official. For all I know, the price could just be $500 and they just run Xbox completely out of business. Before I get ahead of myself, let's look a little bit deeper into the Steam Machine. I'm going to throw the specs on screen. I'm not going to talk about these specs too much just because I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to the components if they're good or bad. And some of you might think that these are good, and some of you might think these specs are shit. That's for you to decide. But what I'm going to do is dive deeper into what Valve is claiming that the Steam Machine is capable of. First, this device should be able to play all of your games at 4K 60 frames per second, which for reference is the same as a PS5. And the comparison that Valve gave was that the Steam Machine was 6 times more powerful than their Steam Deck. If this is true, it's going to be able to run games like Cyberpunk at 4K 60 frames per second, and that's pretty impressive because the Steam Machine is pretty small. It's only a 6x6x6 inch box. And while I'm talking about the design, the front plate is completely detachable and you can customize it however you want. And third-party companies like Dbrand are already taking this a step further and making a fully customized case to replace the original black one. I'm sure there will be more designs in the future, and I'm glad to see it. I feel as a PlayStation fan, PlayStation has been really lacking in the customization department with their PS5s. And we really haven't seen any customized PlayStations around the first-party games like we did throughout the entire life cycle of the PlayStation 4. I really like to see that Valve is embracing the fact that this is your PC, and you can do whatever the hell you want with it. So to wrap back to the original statement that I made at the beginning of this video, if the Steam Machine is successful and performs well, it could completely change the way we think about console gaming. For years, PlayStation and Xbox have had the console war, and it recently ended because Xbox exclusive games like Gears of War and Halo are coming to PlayStation, which holy shit, the memes for these are just way too funny. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that the Steam Machine could start another console war. The old console war was about who had the best exclusive games and what consoles your friends had. But with crossplay becoming an industry standard and console exclusives becoming less frequent, this doesn't matter as much. The new console war will be about who can provide the best package of benefits. And Valve has one of the best reputations in the gaming industry because of the way that they manage Steam, being able to refund games after playing them for 2 hours, player reviews on the store, the constant sales and deals that are offered throughout the year that are actually good and worth checking out, being able to gift your friends games directly on the Steam store. These are the features that make Steam better than their competitors, and now that they've entered the console market, I think that PlayStation and Xbox might be in trouble. This is how I imagine 2028 is going to go. The new consoles are going to be announced. The PlayStation 6 is basically a better PlayStation 5, and it doesn't have access to Steam or Xbox games. It'll be priced around $600 to $700, but they're going to be investing more into exclusive first-party games like they did originally with the PS4. The new Xbox will be a PC hybrid and will have a Windows operating system that cannot be changed, but it also does have access to Steam. It'll be around $1,000. And I say this because Xbox is trying to increase their profit margins, and they recently increased the Xbox Game Pass from $20 to $30. So I don't think they would have a problem making a $1,000 console PC hybrid. And then you're going to have the Steam machine, which is going to have access to most of the games that's going to be on the market, besides some of the PlayStation exclusives, and has a completely customizable software. And the Steam machine is a PC, so you can put other applications on it and really turn it into a family computer if you needed to. I think this is also going to be around the $1,000 mark. If this happens, I think that more people are going to be drawn to the Steam machine rather than other consoles. And something that I didn't really mention throughout this video is that the Steam machine is designed and built for people that are normally a console player. It's not built for the person that is a hardcore PC player that already has, let's say, a 40 or a 50 series GPU. The Steam machine is not going to be able to compete with your setup, but I think this is a good way to bridge the gap from a console to a PC player and have a better product. It'll be the first PC console hybrid that's made by one of the most beloved gaming companies, but it's also going to be super convenient rather than building your own PC. This would be perfect for one of my friends. He doesn't want to build a PC because it's too much of a hassle and he travels a lot for work and he just doesn't want to be bothered with it. He could buy a Steam machine that's already pre-built, it's super small for traveling, and it would have all of the games that he could get on PlayStation, which is what he's currently playing on. So rather than upgrading to the PS6, which is basically going to be the same thing he already has, he can get this instead. And I think that most consumers are going to also have this mindset if we see something like this in 2028. I would love to be a fly on the wall right now in Sony or Microsoft's meetings where they're trying to come up with ways that they're going to be able to compete with the Steam machine. I didn't even really touch on the VR headset or the controller because I'm not really a VR guy and I could really care less about that, but the controller actually looks really cool. One of the best features that this controller has is the ability to wirelessly pair with your device, and the pairing device is also a charger that magnetically attaches to the back of your controller. So you can just slap it on your desk at the end of your gaming session, and I believe that they said that it would last 30 hours on a full charge. Hopefully this controller works well, and I'll definitely be checking it out more once we know a little bit more information, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted to talk about the potential new console war that the Steam machine is going to create. Overall, I think the Steam machine is just going to completely change the way that we look at console gaming in the future. And if PlayStation and Xbox don't adapt or innovate to try and compete with Valve, they could end up falling behind and eventually forgotten. I think that PlayStation could be the one that's the most affected by this because Xbox already has a relationship with Steam and they're less reliant on their console exclusives. But let me know what you think in the comments down below about the future of console gaming. And as a final note, to be a little personal, I've been having a lot of issues with my PC recently. I've been working on getting another one built, and I have the parts shipping to me as we speak. The new PC is built with content creation in mind to help better pursue this hobby. So if the uploads aren't as frequent or as high quality in the near future, please bear with me. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more gaming-related content. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!